This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Made in Australia.
G'day mates, coming live from the land down under, the great southern land Australia. Saddle up your kangaroos, pack your Vegemite sandwiches and get ready to journey around Australia with us.
Lovely. Hi, Brother Morgan. Good day everyone. Good day, mates. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you watchers and viewers of INCRadio Australia. Welcome to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studios, one of the official satellite studios of INCRadio. And we're so happy you're here because today is not any normal episode. Today is a special rebranding of our INCRadio Australia show, Made in Australia, which is why we're so happy for you to be here joining us in our relaunching of our program. So what would you expect? Oh, before that, let me introduce myself really quickly. I am Sister Chloe de La Paz, all the way from the local congregation of Adelaide Ecclesiastical District of Australia West. Hello, everyone. So nice to see you. Make sure you keep commenting down in the live chat below all about Australia and your experiences with Australia. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to shout your names out as well. So, of course, I've mentioned that we are doing a rebranding today. What does that mean? And why are we doing this? We basically want to do this for all of those people that are listening in and maybe want to move to Australia, want to visit Australia, or maybe they lived in Australia for so many years already, and yet they haven't known really what Australia is all about. So that is that show for us, for you, for everyone listening. So we're very eager to show you our program. And of course, we have a lot of entertainment, we have a lot of information and inspiration. Most of all, we have our INCRadio Australia merch. I have a little mug here, but today we're not giving away a mug. We're going to be giving away an INCRadio Australia tote bag. So make sure you tune in for our game time for that a little bit later on in the show. And before that, of course, you know that I am not on my own today. I have a guest with me. Brother Phil, please introduce yourself for us.
Hi, I'm Phil from the local congregation of Port Adelaide, Ecclesiastical District of Australia West, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
We're going to see more of Brother Phil a little bit later on, and we've even got a video of him. So very exciting stuff. Isn't that right, Ate Bianca?
Yes, thank you, Sister Chloe. I'm Sister Bianca, one of your co-hosts for today's episode. I'm from the local congregation of Campbelltown, from the Ecclesiastical District of New South Wales. And of course, as what Sister Chloe just said, she's not alone, and so am I. I'm here with Sister Marisa. Can you please introduce yourself and what local congregation are you from?
G'day mates, I'm Sister Marisa Ora from the local congregation of Sydney, Ecclesiastical District of New South Wales, and I'm a choir member, and so happy to have the opportunity to be here this evening.
Yes, of course, Sister Marisa, we're very happy that you're here with us, and of course we will be happy if you'll be with us in the next episodes that we will have, because it's not just about the whole Australia that we will discuss. We'll also delve into the different parts of Australia today and for our next episodes. And of course, please join us our discussion and leave meaningful comments. If you can say hi, hello, how are you? Good day, mate, if you're really from Australia. And of course, it will be featured in our episode today and in our next episode. We will be constantly checking where most of our viewers are from, so that's interesting. And of course, we will also check our top commenters and we'll greet them. And of course, Sister Chloe just introduced that we have some giveaways to actually, send you if you will be one of our top commenters for today. But without further ado, up next, let's turn our attention to the skies with the latest weather update.
Yes, today we're taking a look at the weather in Australia, a country known for its diverse climates and beautiful landscapes. Let's explore how the weather changes throughout the year across the vast continent. Australia experiences 4 distinct seasons, but they occur at opposite times to those in the Northern Hemisphere. So let's start with summer, which runs from December to February. During these months, most of Australia enjoys hot and sunny weather. Next, we move into autumn, from March to May. This is a great time to visit as the weather starts to cool down and becomes more comfortable. Winter in Australia lasts from June to August. Unlike the freezing winters some countries experience, much of Australia remains relatively mild. However, in the southernmost regions and the mountains like Tasmania and the Snowy Mountains, you can find cooler temperatures, even dropping below freezing at times, with snow ideal for those looking to hit the ski slopes. Finally, spring from September to November. This season is a favorite for many as the weather warms up, flowers bloom, and wildlife becomes more active. Let's take a look at the coming week's weather forecast. In our weather update, we'll bring you reminders every week. And for this week, we hand you over to Sister Diane.
Thank you very much, Morgan, and good day to all our listeners and our viewers all around the world. And today I will bring with you the weather all around Australia, starting off from here in Sydney with a maximum of 24, partly cloudy. So now it's starting to get warmer as we are now transitioning from our winter to summer weather. So make sure that you are bringing all your sunnies now and also preparing for the hot weather coming here in Sydney. And we're moving on to Melbourne with a max of 19 degrees, shower or two developing. So make sure that you have your umbrellas with you. As we all know, Melbourne is 4 seasons in a day. So make sure you are geared up for whatever season or whatever the weather is coming to you today. And now we're going to Brisbane with a max of 30. Sunny weather today, very, very hot. So make sure that you have your sunnies with you and also your sunscreens. You want to protect your beautiful skin from the very UV rays and make sure that you have very, very healthy skin from that. And moving on, we're going to Perth with a max of 21 degrees, partly cloudy. And of course, we're going on to Adelaide as well with max of 18 with showers increasing. So make sure that you are packing up as well your umbrellas with you and some raincoats just to make sure that you're covered and not got wet in the rain. And we're also moving to Hobart with a maximum of 16 degrees with showers increasing. So it's still a little bit cold in Hobart. So make sure that you still have your jackets with you. And to Canberra, it's maximum of 18 with mostly sunny weather as well. And of course, last but not the least, the very warm area is Darwin with a maximum of 35, sunny, very, very hot today. So make sure that you have your hat and also your umbrellas with you to protect yourself from this sunny and hot weather. So that's our weather update all around Australia for this week. Thank you very much and see you again next week.
Thank you, Sister Diane, for a very comprehensive weather update. And here we have 4 seasons in Australia. So at the moment, it's our springtime, right, Sister? And is this your favorite season?
Actually, I do love the spring coming through from winter to spring, and it just makes everyone excited about what's to come in summer. So it's a good opportunity for all these activities at church and to have everybody coming through in different communities and having that unity to have all these activities around the church.
Yeah, that's right, Sister Marissa, and I'm really, really excited because, of course, up next we will discuss our activities around Australia. So please listen and watch to this.
G'day, I am Sister Lois Himuta from the local congregation of Melbourne, and I am back for another recap of activities in the land down under. Do you know what I love about going through these activities? We get to see the love of brotherhood strengthen, and we extend acts of kindness to our communities. So let's have a look at our featured activities this week. Seems like time flew by for the local congregation of Wyndham. Celebrating their 16th year anniversary is such an amazing feat. And of course, coming together to celebrate with food, fun, and games. Oh, I can just imagine the fun and the joy felt by the brethren. Here's to more years for Wyndham. Few brethren from the local congregation Adelaide were up for an adventure in an escape-proof activity. That's exciting. Did they manage to put the clues together and escape just in time? Well, nevertheless, that was a very fun-filled activity. The leadership from the local congregation of Greenbank held a team building activity. This activity was both fun and exciting, and it was definitely a good way in strengthening the bond and camaraderie among the brethren. Hats off to the leadership of local congregation of Greenbank. Wow, it was productive, fun-filled, and inspiring week of activities. Now here are more activities to watch out for in the coming weeks. And that's a wrap. See you next week for another round of bulletin updates, keeping you in the loop and updated on activities in the land down under.
Thank you, Sister Louise, for your updates regarding all the activities that we have across the districts here in Australia. And of course, as well as in our local congregation of Campbelltown, talking about team building activities, we have the scenic walk that we will have in the Mount Annam Botanic Gardens. It is an hour away from the Sydney CBD, and it's near to my place in Oran Park, which is a good 10-minute drive, and all of the brethren will participate in going around the Botanic Garden and have some fun. And of course, we'll have some refreshments and foods after, which is also exciting. How about you, Sister Marisa? Do you have any activities here in the local congregation?
Yes, absolutely. We have in Sydney congregation fun-filled activities coming up for every single week of the remaining of September. So we have our evangelical mission coming through for next Sunday, as well as our scenic walk to Manly, actually one of the beautiful beaches there, sponsored by our choir district, and as well as our INC giving as well. So there's fun-filled activities happening here in Sydney congregation.
Yes, for sure. Even in springtime, wintertime, summertime, we have heaps of activities ongoing throughout the year. And of course, one of the major activities that we do is the INC giving. We do blood donation drives any seasons. So for all the members and for all of the people here in the community, we encourage you to also participate in this kind of activities, which is also great. You donate your blood and also help you with your health as well. And of course, it won't be complete to tell you about Australia if we won't introduce to you the Aussie slang. So we have different Aussie slangs, right, Sister Marisa?
Yes.
Heaps of slang words. And I've been here in Australia for 11, 12 odd years, but I don't understand all of them. So probably Brother Morgan and Brother Phil and Sister Chloe could help us understand some Aussie slang words. So please get ready, mates. It's time for Let's Learn Aussie Slang.
Can you believe the Sparky ducked into the tuck shop in the Arvo to grab a chicken and ever sang up?
What? Wow. Hello, Sister Danica, Brother Darwin.
Shout out to you. They pulled that off really well, don't you think, Ate Bianca?
Yes.
They had some words there. Ate Danica said a sanger, a sparky, something to do with the chicken and other sandwich. I don't know. And then I don't even know. What else is there? Brother Morgan, please enlighten us. Please tell us what that actually means.
So as much as I could collect myself, Sister Chloe, it sounded like they wanted to get an electrician and avocado sandwich from the local food store in the afternoon. As far is that kind of what we're all gathering?
That sounds familiar. That sounds right. I trust you, Brother Morgan. But I think so. That means that a sparky is
An electrician.
an electrician. The avo.
Avocado or afternoon.
Yeah, it depends on how
you
much
use it.
you lengthen the word the and then there's also the sanger, which is
That's
the
the sandwich.
sandwich, and then the tuck shop
That was the store, the food store.
The food store. Lovely. my brains mush at the Bianca.
Quite confusing for me, but I think Sister Marisa would probably understand like all of the things that Sister Danica just mentioned. Even Brother Darwin has a lot of question marks on top of his head because, of course, yes, Sister Danica would be an expert probably in all of the slangs that we have. But of course, we have Brother Morgan, Sister Marisa, and Brother Phil to help us out, learn more about different slang words. And I think it still also depends on the region that you're from. If you're from east, west, south, or wherever. let's delve into that a bit later. So of course we do have a lot of people tuning in right now. We have hundreds of viewers. Hello to Trisha, Gabe, Marty, Veneer, Violet, Jojo, Sedalina, Audrey, Tess, EJ, Joven, Mabs, June. We have Seth, we have Jackie, we have Bless Kalsani of Melbourne. We have Ed, Mark, Violet, Jello. Oh, heaps. Do you want to read some?
There's so many at the Bianca. I would like to give special shout out spot to Brother Manny Ira, who is currently watching, Brother Giorgio Villapane, Brother Dan Diaz, Brother Seth Gutierrez. We also saw you in the comment section. Thank you so much for your support. My friend, my mom is on the comments. Sister Marty De La Paz. Hi, Mom. Some of my friends at the Emmy, Lou, Kuya Aldrin, they're all in the comments. Shout out to Brother EJ Yambao as well from the local congregation of Brimbank. We have so many. Sister Bless, we have Sister Bernadette, Brother Adrian, Sister Joy Presbytero, at the Diane Karaig, who you saw in the weather update, which is very, very exciting. Sister Lori Kate Salomon, hello, it's so nice to see you. And of course, we have so many other birthday greetings as well. We would like to give a special greeting to Brother Lucky Puzon. Happy birthday for today. Very, very exciting. Thank you so much, Pope, for your support for us. And so everyone, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you comment your hashtag local congregation because we are still doing our hashtag challenge. So for example, I am from the local congregation of Adelaide. My hashtag would be hashtag Adelaide. And make sure you continue to keep commenting because we will be giving our live viewer statistics, something new for our rebranding of our program, which is very, very exciting. So everyone, let's continue to stay tuned because you're listening to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studios of INCRadio. We'll be right back.
Oof. Finally, school's over.
Yo, Andre, let's play that new game.
I have a test coming up tomorrow. I should probably study. I've been really excited to play that new game. What should I do?
We missed you on the game yesterday. How'd the test go though?
Really well, actually. Gotta make smart choices, you know?
And that's the value of making the right and smart choices while we're still young. It's also a matter of self-discipline. Wise decisions we make in our youth help us achieve a meaningful and purposeful life, bringing honor and glory to our Almighty God.
Made in Australia.
Welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio.
Yes, and of course, before we go deeper in our topic about Australia, we just want to say hello to Brother RJ Haraza, Brother Edmar Velasco, and just an update with hashtag challenge. We have our top 3 hashtaggers. top hashtag challenge.
There's a plot twist at the Bianca. It's a very exciting plot twist.
I know. So we have 3rd place at the moment, hashtag Altona. 2nd place, hashtag Melbourne. 1st place at the moment, just at the moment, hashtag Shepparton.
So, hashtag Shepparton! Shout out to everyone from hashtag Shepparton.
Thank you for all of your hashtag, for all of your comments. So please keep hashtagging so that you will be able to win our prize for today's episode. So let's go. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy your journey to discovering the land down under.
Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day. Welcome to Discovering Down Under, brought to you by Made in Australia, where we take you on a journey through one of the most unique and fascinating countries on earth, Australia. I'm Phil, and today we're diving into the heart of the land down under. Whether you're tuning in halfway across the world or in Australia, there's something for everyone in this vast, diverse land. So buckle up, because we're about to explore the many layers that make Australia truly special. We begin our journey in the outback, the rugged, expansive interior that covers most of Australia's landmass. This is the Australia of legends, where the red earth stretches as far as the eye can see and the sky is an endless canvas of blue. But there's more to the outback than just the breathtaking landscapes. It's home to an ancient Indigenous culture that has thrived for thousands of years. We can talk about heaps of stories about the people, the land, and the incredible rock formations like Uluru, which is a natural wonder, indeed a fascinating sight. From the remote outback, let's shift gears and head to Australia's buzzing urban centres, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and beyond. These cities are where tradition meets innovation. We'll explore Sydney's iconic Opera House and Harbour Bridge, but also dive into the vibrant art and culture scenes, the culinary delights, and the innovative green spaces that make Australian cities some of the most livable in the world. Let's quickly hear a bit about culinary from Chef Jamil.
Good day, everyone. I'm Chef Jamil, and I'm here to give you a taste of what makes Australian cuisine so special. Down here, we're blessed with a rich variety of fresh, local produce, from seafood straight out of the ocean to incredible native ingredients like bush tomatoes and finger limes. Australian cooking is all about celebrating these natural flavors, blending influences from our multicultural society, and creating dishes that are both innovative and rooted in tradition. It's a unique fusion that makes dining in Australia an exciting and unforgettable experience.
Moving on, Australia is a land of contrasts, and nowhere is that more evident than its wildlife. The country is famous for its unique and often quirky animals, from the cuddly koala and bounding kangaroos to the mysterious platypus and fierce saltwater crocodiles. But did you know that Australia also has one of the most diverse range of marine life on the planet? We'll take you underwater to explore the Great Barrier Reef, a vibrant ecosystem that's not just a natural wonder, but also a vital barometer for the health of our oceans. No program about Australia would be complete without touching on its rich sporting culture. Aussies are passionate about their sports, from cricket and rugby to Aussie rules football and even surfing. We'll talk about how sports bring communities together and how Australian athletes are making their mark on the global stage. Plus, we'll share some surprising stories from the world of Australian sports.
Hi, I'm Joaquin, and I love football. It's one of the biggest sports in Australia. Australians love sports. Tennis, football, cricket, rugby, you name it. All about being active and having fun.
Australia is not just a land of beauty and adventure, it's also a country facing significant challenges, like the impacts of climate change. Australia is also a hub of innovation, where scientists and everyday people are coming up with creative solutions to build a more sustainable and inclusive future. Let's hear from our scientist, Sister Dr. Marilu Barrios from Melbourne.
That's right, Brother Phil. We do a lot of interesting research here. For example, I'm currently investigating the longitudinal antibody profiles of people who got infected by SARS-CoV-2. I also investigate how iron supplementation can affect the microbiome of children in Bangladesh. I also found out that there is a retrotransposon-derived double-stranded RNA that can be packaged into extracellular vesicles as a way of the body to avoid autoinflammation.
Okay, enough, because we can barely grasp the information. So thank you for all your hard work in the field of science. As we wrap up today's journey through Australia, I hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for this incredible country. Whether it's the ancient culture, the stunning landscapes, the vibrant cities, or the rich wildlife, Australia truly has something for everyone. Thank you for joining me on Australia Uncovered. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our world through discovering Down Under.
Lovely. You look familiar, Brother Phil. Nice outfit.
Thanks, I just came from the shoot.
Came straight from the shoot. He filmed and then he went here for INC Radio Australia. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But yes, Brother Phil talked a lot about Australia and our culture, specifically the wildlife, the different cities we have, also the sports and the outback. So let's have a little bit of a deeper delve into it, shall we? So let's talk about the outback first, Brother Phil. So what do you think are the most unique features of the outback? What are your experiences with it?
So I remember when many years ago I went for a trip to the Flinders Ranges, and it was at night, so you're thinking it's going to be nothing but dark. But you look up and the whole sky is just lit up with the stars and the moon, and you can see lots.
Lovely. I love that view. Isn't that a wonderful view at the Bianca?
Yes, I think it's one of like the sceneries that people actually pay for, you know, for tourists. Flinders Ranges, I remember when I was back in Adelaide, it's a popular spot actually that people go to, as well as we do have the Blue Mountains here in Sydney. And I believe Brother Morgan will also have their own tourist spot, which features a good view of their outback. Is there anywhere there, Brother Morgan, in Queensland that you probably can recommend for tourists and Australians alike to visit?
Yes, Sister Bianca. So here in Townsville, we have a few tourist spots. We have a lookout outpost, so to speak, which gives you a view of the entirety of Townsville's coastline and the islands surrounding it. We have Castle Hill Lookout, and we have Mount Stewart Lookout. The two major tourist attractions here for Townsville. Sorry. Where else do we have? We have many waterfalls leading up towards even the Cairns region, just a bit further north of Townsville along the tip of Queensland. So yeah, there's a lot of variety here for anyone that wants to come check out some beautiful scenery of Australia.
Yeah, I agree, Brother Morgan. I've been to Cairns and I love it all year round summer. So it's good to have a little bit of holiday if you're from the big cities. And it's a good break to actually visit the outback, as what Brother Phil showed us a while ago. Uluru, the AEST Rock. I've got some friends who went there. They thought it would just be an empty land with a big mountain or like the reddish mountain that you would see in the photos. But when they went there, they went camping. They told me that it was an amazing experience. It's a different kind of experience compared to just going around the city here in Sydney, going to Adelaide, CBD, Melbourne. It's a different take of what actually is Australia. How about you, Sister Marisa? Any experience in the outback?
Not per se, Sister Bianca, but I do know that being in the outback, you definitely feel the essence of being an Australian. You've got the beauty, as what Brother Phil has alluded to our video earlier, was that you have that diversity of the land, the beauty of the animals, as well as the culture. It is the essence of why Australia is the way it is, because we still keep that nature within not only in Australia but also throughout the cities in Australia as well.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. What you just said, Sister Marisa, like Australia, probably the government that keeps it together, they make sure that nature is not just in the outback. They also make sure that we have a little bit of nature in the cities. Like, for example, here in Sydney, there will be a big botanic garden in the middle of the CBD, which is really, really good. It's free admission. You don't need to pay for it. So it's accessible in a way that people would enjoy the nature that Australia can offer. But I just want to ask Brother Phil, I'm curious, like, what do you think is the difference between the outback versus the cities that we have here in Australia?
One of the biggest differences is probably the transportation that crops up in the cities. If you want to get somewhere in the outback, you probably need to go on a coach bus or need to drive a four-wheel drive, whereas in the cities there's a huge range of transportation systems.
Yeah, there's a lot, especially in Sydney. I know a lot of people take the train there. Here in Adelaide, we have trains, we have buses, especially within the suburbs. We also have the O-Bahn. So tell us a little bit more about the O-Bahn, brother.
So the O-Bahn is actually a bus that goes on tracks similar to a train, but made out of concrete, so that it's an open rail. And so the bus will get onto the tracks, but then get off the tracks as well to transport you around.
Basically, it's a bus on train tracks, and then it can act as both a bus and a train, which is very unique here in Adelaide. I don't think I've ever seen it in other cities that I've been to. But before we go on to the next question, there's so many people on the comments section. I just want to shout everyone out. Kuya Carla Matining, I see you there. Brother Josh Magno, Sister Bernadette No. Hello, everyone. Brother Joseph Del Rosario. Shout out to the local congregation of Lorgan there in Queensland. Happy 9th anniversary. Happy anniversary. And I would also like to greet happy 30th anniversary to the local congregation of Adelaide, because we're celebrating our 30th anniversary this month, which is very exciting. I can't forget that. We also would like to shout out Brother Arman Botea, and congratulations on the relaunch. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just a shout out for you, Brother Phil, Brother Manny Ira, the resident minister in the local congregation of Port Adelaide, actually said, congratulations, Brother Phil, on the comment section. We saw that. Very, very lovely to see the support coming all the way from our viewers and our listeners. So let's go to the wildlife this time. Of course, Australia is known for their wildlife. Tell us a little bit more about them, Brother Phil.
It's very diverse wildlife. The majority of wildlife that's unique to Australia are marsupials. Things like the koalas, the kangaroos, but you've also got the platypus, which I believe is also a marsupial, but it actually lays its young as eggs.
Yeah, which is different. It's not the same as kangaroos and koalas. So those are very, very unique ones to Australia. They're kind of the hallmark animals that you see in Australian wildlife. Brother Morgan, tell us a little bit more about the unique Australian wildlife.
Yeah, Sister Chloe, Brother Phil. So a pretty well-known fact for Australia's snake species. Australia is host to a majority of the world's most venomous snakes. So it's always something new, especially here in Townsville, with the humid climate up here. We have a lot of snakes breeding, and we have a lot of reports of snake catchers catching various species of snakes. So we're always getting news or updates of close encounters, which is always keeping us on our toes. It's always something to be on the lookout for. It's always something interesting.
That is terrifying.
There's actually like a snake attack in my life here in Australia. I've encountered one probably when we went to Brisbane to visit a friend, and in their backyard, their dogs would catch I think they caught like 2 snakes from the backyard, but I don't know why, because I've been here to surf for so long. I didn't feel like I would be afraid with snakes, even I'll see it, because I know like we have experts to actually catch them. And we do have spiders as well, right? Poisonous spiders. But in general, wildlife here in Australia, it's very how do you explain, Sister Mary? Like in your point of view, what's Australia wildlife like?
Well, most of our Australian wildlife is very much contained. I think that's what it is. I mean, we do have the extinct animals, so that we do still have that in our Taronga Zoo or in mainland zoo.
They keep them safe.
Yeah, keep them safe. But we do have wildlife everywhere. Like babies can be koalas. Kangaroo, they do lingering around somewhere.
Yes, we can see kangaroos in front of our house as well. So that's a pretty normal encounter that we have in Australia. And I think Brother Phil, Sister Chloe, and Brother Morgan would agree with us. And you keep on mentioning Taronga Zoo. So Taronga Zoo is like one of the popular zoos that we have here, and they contain most of the wildlife. Is it?
Yeah. So most of the wildlife is contained there. So they are limited. So if you have the opportunity to go to Taronga Zoo to visit them up close and personal, we do have the beautiful native Australian animals there that you can actually get to know about and have the history as well. But most of them are actually contained there as well, just
to keep them safe, because Australia in general, they love to keep all the species safe and they're not endangered. So we have regulations or policies in place to have them in a secure place, or the public won't do anything with them, kill them. And of course we do have like the dingoes, we do have, as you mentioned, koalas and kangaroos as well. We do have the platypus, the emus, and a lot of Australian wildlife, very unique to us. Probably Sister Chloe, Brother Phil, Brother Morgan, any encounter, like, can you tell us a story that people would be interested to know more about?
I know Brother Morgan has a nice story.
Yeah, so growing up in rural Australia, especially around the Logan area, more inland towards Logan, I used to live out in an area called Logan Village, just full of undeveloped government property. So we used to have acres of trees and forestry and whatnot, and we used to have gum leaf trees. Sorry, that would grow maybe close to 25 to 40 foot, and a habitat of the koala is gum trees. They love to eat those gum leaves and whatnot. But because those trees would grow so tall, the koalas would climb up those trees, eat the gum leaves, and fall asleep at heights of 30 to 40 feet. And we'd have to, if we encountered something like that, or we saw a koala that high, we'd have to call an expert or professional to come and safely bring them down. Otherwise, they are at risk of falling out of those trees and causing harm to themselves. So it is an eye-opener to see a koala, but to see a koala up at those heights, it is concerning for them. So we do take them under our protection and try to keep our wildlife in Australia as protected as possible.
Any scary encounters, Brother Morgan? Anything that probably you've experienced recently or back in your childhood? Because you've mentioned about like the snakes, all those probably spiders. Anything that sounds the same to you?
Yes, Bianca. So when we were young, as I mentioned, we used to have a lot of property. Out in that property, we had a chicken coop, just built out of barnyard materials and chicken fencing, that wire mesh sort of fencing. And we'd go out and collect the eggs in the morning. And my mum and I, we went out one morning, go and check the chickens and collect the eggs. And we'd realize that upon entering the chicken coop, the chickens had gone missing along with the eggs. And we noticed that a whole bunch of feathers had been scattered around everywhere. And we thought, this is kind of concerning. So we looked around the property to try to see any trace of the chickens. And we looked around the chicken coop. And so we looked up and to the sides, we had noticed what we call in Australia here, Komodo dragons had entered the chicken coop. 3 massive Komodo dragons, maybe, 6 to 7 feet long, were hanging off of the chicken coop wire. And they had actually gotten into the chicken coop and ate the chickens and the eggs themselves. So we had to, again, get a professional to come out and safely, catch and release those Komodo dragons.
That's crazy. When you said that they were 6 to 7 feet in length, brother, I was like, I've never known the Komodo dragons were that big. Did you, Brother Phil?
Yeah, I've seen one before, but I think that was in a nature reserve.
Oh, yeah. But have you seen Komodo dragons? Tell us in the comments below. Tell us in the live chat, everyone. I can't miss this comment. Sister D, Brother Phil's wife, actually commented. She's watching right now. Shout out to you, Ate D. She goes, "Hello, my husband." It's so cute. So shout out to you, brother Phil, from Sister D. I'm sure she's very, very excited to see you. So we've talked about outback, we've talked about transportations, we've talked about wildlife. Now it's time to talk about sports. So Australia has a very big sport culture. How about let's talk to Ate Marissa. Ate Marissa, talk to us about the sport culture here in Australia.
Thanks, Sister Chloe. Well, the big part of Australia is definitely the sport, and coming from spring to now summer, there's sports everywhere. Right now, happening is basically the NRL finals. If anyone out there is following that, so we've got the final coming up soon, and obviously that's going to be cricket coming soon too in summer as well, and swimming. I mean, obviously Australia loves the heat, and we love to be out and about in the beach and in swimming. So there's a lot of activities always for Australia. We love our sports because it is a time where we all get together as a community to bond, to share, and to love the sport and be with one another.
Yeah, heaps of like sports event here, and we do have a Parramatta Stadium just a few minutes from here. So it's called the Commonwealth Bank Stadium. So they do have the NRL, which stands for National Rugby League. They do have the footy, which my husband is really a fan for. He supports the St. George team. What's funny or what's unique with the Australian teams that we have here is they will actually pair up like a name of their suburb, plus the name of their animal. Like for example, here in Parramatta, where we're at, it's Parramatta, and they have eels to go with it. So it's Parramatta Eels. They have the Sydney Rabbitohs, and what else do
we have? Penrith. We have Penrith Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
Yeah,
Sydney Roosters.
Canterbury Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs. Heaps of teams. Sometimes like you'll feel like, oh, maybe we can just like do that. Like here in our activities, right? Church activities, if we do have some kind of games that we can name like a team and then an animal, which represents probably the Australian wildlife. I'm not sure, but it's cool to have these kinds of sports. And we have heaps of Olympians, Australian Olympians, who recently won the Olympics that was held in Paris. So congratulations to all of the Australian Olympians. What else do we have sports? How about you, Brother Morgan? Like when you were young, what's your favorite sports?
Yeah, Sister Bianca. So in my childhood, we'd grow up playing NRL just around the local schools and whatnot, local teams there. I was kind of big around Queensland and Australia for sure. Just a little fact in regards to the swimming in the Olympics this year. Australia actually won 6 gold medals, 8 silver, and 13 bronze. So go Australia.
Brother Morgan, can you explain a little bit about what's the probably NRL or rugby game is about? Because it's different with footy, football. And for all of those people who are not from Australia, footy is also a bit different with soccer. But let's start with rugby.
Yeah, right. So I'm most familiar with NRL, which is National Rugby League or League. Our local team here in Townsville is Townsville Cowboys. We recently have a stadium built at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. It's just an all-around rough and tough sport for competitive the competitive sports scene. If anybody's ever interested, we highly recommend checking out Australia's NRL.
That's good, Brother Morgan. I would love to try it, but I don't have the guts to actually try it. But
I think we're more on like watching it at the Bianca, don't you think? We're more like watchers of NRL and AFL or the footy league here. I was just talking to Brother Phil about it. There's a big difference between rugby and the footy. So tell us a little bit more about it, Brother Phil.
The very basic difference is the footy, they kick the ball, the rugby, they throw the ball behind them.
Mm-hmm. Because footy, as in football, which makes sense, you kick the ball. But yeah, we have a very big sporting culture here. I remember in primary school, another big sport that we played was netball. And That was a really big one. I played in the winter and the summer seasons, but another one we played in school was actually I know people from Melbourne say this differently. I call it handball. Other people call it down ball, but I think it's handball. Say say in the comments, say in the live chat which one you think it is. But we would also like to give a big shout out to brother Romy Cartalaba. Thank you so much, Pop, for supporting INC Radio Australia. We see you in the comments. We see you, Pop. And we would like to give a special thanks to brother Marvin and Kuya Ason, who is actually behind the scenes here in Adelaide, for encouraging us and helping out make Made in Australia happen. So thank you so much for your support. Of course, we talked about the cities, we talked about the wildlife, the outback, but we also have innovations that were originated here in Australia. So the first one, you might have heard about it if you watch some documentaries about airplanes. There's something called a black box recorder, which is basically tracking all of the activity in an airplane, and that was originated here in Melbourne, in Australia, actually, by David Warner, as part of, let's see here, the Aeronautical Research Labs in Melbourne. So that's very exciting. Did you also know that Wi-Fi, as in wireless, I don't know what it is, wireless internet, Wi-Fi is actually came from Australia, specifically here in Adelaide, in South Australia. We invented Wi-Fi, which is crazy, which was invented by Dr. John O'Sullivan. And of course, an Adelaide-centric fact here in the University of Adelaide, one of the universities here, actually, there were a father-son duo, the Bragg family, who discovered X-ray diffraction or X-ray crystallography, which is always used in a lot of our scientific labs here, not only in Adelaide, but all over the world. They won a Nobel Prize in physics in, I think, 1915, in the 1900s, which is very, very interesting. So that is all about discovering Down Under, which is here in Australia. We would like to give more shout outs. Shout out to Sister Anna May Manuel, Erin Rupido, Hazel Ann Pomarca, Brother Seth, Andrew Mabulak. They say they call it down ball in hashtag Shepperton. Hashtag Shepperton, because you're currently winning the hashtag challenge. I'll give that one to you. But we don't know yet. We don't know what the update is. And Sister Divina Rupido, hello, Pot. We love you, Pot. Hashtag Shepperton. Make sure you keep commenting down below in the live chat, everyone, because next up is game time a little bit later on. But we hope you enjoyed our segment for today. And we would also like to give a shout out to some brothers and sisters also contributing to science. We have Dr. Mary Lou Barrios, a choir member from the local congregation of Melbourne, who is currently a molecular biologist. And you saw her actually in her research lab, which is very exciting. And Brother Larry Aragon, a choir member also from the local congregation of Melbourne, who is currently a PhD student in meteorology. So they are contributing to science as well, brothers and sisters from all over Australia, which is very exciting. I know we have some more names at the Bianca. Would you like to spit some out for us?
Yes, of course, but I just want to greet our resident minister of the local congregation of Campbelltown, Brother Carl Alvarez, and his lovely wife, Sister Apple Alvarez. Hello to the Sarmiento family here in Australia, La Grasa family, Radio family as well. And Sister Marisa, any greetings that you probably have for your family?
Yes, absolutely, Sister Bianca. I love to greet my family, Brother Lito Orap and Brother and Sister Tara Orap, as well as my sisters, as well as Rowena, Marilyn, and Diana.
Yes, of course, we want to say hi to Trisha. We have Grace, we have moms, we have Audrey, Bernadette, Joseph, and they are hashtagging Shepperton, hashtag Melbourne. I can see hashtag Altona from Jojo Magna. We have from Gabe and Mir. We also have one from Marvin Violet and heaps more. So it just keeps on going. My eyes.
Yeah, we have so many at the Bianca.
Yes.
But you know what's really exciting? I think this is everyone's favorite segment. Brother Morgan, would you like the honor of introducing our next segment for us?
Yeah, Sister Chloe. So before our next segment, we'll just have a hashtag update. Third at the moment, we have the local congregation of Shepparton. Second place, we have Melbourne. And in first, Altona. So let's get into our favorite segment of our viewers, which is game time.
Or no, our audio isn't playing. There we go. It is game time. New graphics, new program, new relaunching. It's game time, everyone. So we have some, what do you call it? Some general knowledge quiz questions all about Australia and Australian culture. So this is very exciting. Get your keyboards ready, everyone. We've got our comment section ready right here. So, Brother Morgan, what is our first question?
Our first question for game time, Sister Chloe, is koalas are native to Australia and have a special diet. What type of leaves do they primarily eat? The first correct answer in our live chat section for each question will receive an INCRadio Australia tote bag.
Oh no, I'm actually looking here if who's going to answer the first one.
Do we have a clue? Was our answers? Let's not give it away. Brother Phil, do you have an idea?
I might have an idea.
Yeah.
I think Morgan may have mentioned it earlier when he was talking about one of his stories.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see if
we have one. We have
a winner at the Bianca?
Commenters.
Oh, let's see.
I saw one, but I just want to make sure.
Let's see who is our winner. There's so many commenters, everyone, and there's so many commenters. I can't keep track. Oh, we have here.
Yes.
We have here Jack Gallarde, who says eucalyptus. Let's see if that's the correct answer. Korea attack. Eucalyptus leaves. You get a tote bag. You get a tote bag. Jack Gallarde from #Shepparton. Congratulations. Okay.
I don't know why. I was going to answer gum nut tree leaves because they do lash on those trees. But I was wrong, Sister Marisa. It's eucalyptus. Yes. Did you guess the same thing?
Yeah, no, eucalyptus tree.
All right. See? Sister Marisa knows. I don't know. But next question, Brother Morgan.
So the next question, Brother Phil, if you want to go ahead with this one.
Yeah.
Sure. The emu is one of Australia's native birds. How many toes does an emu have on each foot?
I actually don't know this. Do you know this?
I'm not sure. I think I do.
Mm-hmm. Do you know this at the Marissa?
Ooh, yeah, I think so. Oh, I think so.
Maybe just throw out a number in the comments.
Yeah, let's try.
See what sticks. You know.
Some already answered, but maybe you can try, Sister Marisa.
Ooh. Yeah, there's a couple of answers I've seen already.
My favorite number is 3, so maybe 3.
Ooh,
Yeah,
is that? I don't know if it's correct. I don't know. There's some that say 3. There's some that say 4. We don't know the answer.
Yes, let's go.
Do we have 3
toes?
toes?
Yeah, I can live with that,
Yes.
sister. I can live with 3 toes. Is that each feet or just 1 feet? 1 foot.
No, on each foot, like 3 toes on each.
Goes in total. No, it's 3 toes for each foot. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have the winner here. Brother Amir Mercado from #Altona. He said 3 toes.
Wow.
So congratulations, Brother Amir Mercado from #Altona. Okay. Let's go to the next question. I think, Brother Morgan, this one's for you.
All right. So question 3. What is the name of the unique geological formation in Australia that changes colour depending on the time of day and year?
Oh, is this some kind of
This feels more like a riddle.
Yeah, it sounds like a form of a rock. Like
Yeah. Again, the question is, what is the name of the unique geological formation in Australia that changes color depending on the time of day and year? Actually, I think I had a light bulb moment. I think I know what this answer is.
Yeah.
Because I think we might have talked about it today.
Brother Phil mentioned it with his introduction about Australia. For sure.
I'm not sure if that's the correct answer.
Really?
I
It's
think it is.
not? So I'm wrong too. How about you, Sister Marisa? Any guesses? Like geological formation in Australia that changes color. That's all I can think about. Like a rock formation or something.
Ew.
Nah.
No.
Oh, help us. Ooh.
I think I got the answer, and I'm really happy who got it.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. What is it?
Let's look at the answer first, Kriatek. And I'm so happy because the winner is none other than the winner is none other than my mom. Sister Marty Delapan, she said Uluru.
Well, congratulations, Sister Marty. A tote bag for you and for me.
I get a tote bag. No, she can keep the tote bag. I have my INC.
I love these questions. I hope we have more questions in our next episode.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost time for the end of our show. But unfortunately, it's the time for our show to end. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us in our show today. Ate Bianca, I'm gonna give it off to you.
All right, so now we need to announce the final hashtag winner. So I'm kind of like nervous who would be the winner for the hashtag. Can you please help me, Sister Chloe? I don't think I
Ooh, I'm not sure yet. I think we're still calculating because there's so many.
We do have it. We do have it. I have it here. So the final hashtag winner is bum 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 Altona.
Hashtag Altona. Congratulations. And they make up almost 48% of the comments on our program today, which is so much. Thank you so much for your support. Hashtag Altona. We love you so much. Isn't that right, Ate Bianca?
Yes, and of course, I want to thank the other local congregations who participated. Local congregation of Melbourne, Shepparton, Dean Park, NSW, Windham, Logan, Brimbank, Area 2, and Sydney. So congratulations to all of you. And probably next episode, we'll see you again and just keep on hashtagging. So there's so much to discover here in the land down under, from the breathtaking outback, vibrant cities to diverse wildlife, thrilling sports, groundbreaking science, and remarkable individuals who excel in their respective fields.
Yes, and of course, last but not least, we would like to thank our CFO, or Christian Family Organizations Coordinator, Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo, and most of all, our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much, Pope, for your love, your support, your kindness to us, and happy 15th year of your dynamic leadership. We love you so much, Poca Eduardo. And of course, everyone, see you all next week. To all our viewers, thank you always for tuning in. We'll see you next week, everyone.
I guess we could use this next time, or I can sell it, live selling.
Yes. Before anything, I think we're still on. Oh.